Hey everyone, welcome to the Ponds and Pulpits channel. Guys, it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, but I'm starting with a new series, a new vlog, just a journey to take everybody on. I'm Mikey Ayala. If you're already following me, thank you. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I'm just a pastor who just wants to keep living out the gospel, whether I'm on a pond or I'm on a pulpit. And I just wanted to introduce the Love Más Farm. We're here. We're getting started. It's my first project, and I just want to go on a journey. I want to document the journey of what it takes to live out your dreams of ministry, whether they're personal, on the pulpit, or at a pond, or whatever you do. I'm all about missiology. I'm all about taking the mission to your own context. And I'm in the South. I'm in Tennessee. And my father and I just bought our dream property. You can kind of look around. There's a lot of acreage. We're about 4.5 acres here. And this is our dream, to do ministry here, to take people fishing, to do Vespers, to have Bible studies. One day, this could be crazy, but have even baptisms here. We just want to make this a family space, a space for the Lord to do what He's called us to do. And so I want to take everybody on that journey. So our first project I'm finding is this property, and maybe like many other properties, is one where kind of there are houses around. Everyone's kind of on 2 acres, and it was a farm for many years. And so this pond was probably a honey hole for somebody. It's probably the honey hole for all these neighbors that I have around me. And those are wonderful and beautiful things. The previous owner had their own way of doing things. That's totally all right. But as new owners, we set new standards, new ideas of what we think is safe, and what makes sure that everyone is accounted for, that everything is done properly. And so one of the first things is making sure that people understand the message that this isn't just the local community pond, that anyone can do whatever they would like to do on it. Although we would love to say everything is awesome and everything is accessible to everyone, firstly, it's about safety. We want to make sure that everyone who's here is accounted for, and that nothing happens on our property here. We're all about love más living. Means we need to be alive to do so. To love more of life, you need to be doing it properly and safely. And so I went straight to Home Depot, first project. And I want to give people the tools to tackle life with. So if you're on a project, know one of the first things that you have to do is, firstly, well, I wasn't there for this one because we hired someone, but we got the grass cut. Everything was super tall, super hard to get into. I call it tick country. There was a lot of ticks. So we hired somebody. That's kind of the first thing. If you're not doing it yourself, hire somebody. It is kind of pricey, but worth it. So that gave me access. The second project, which is really the first project for me that I'm getting involved in, other than the purchasing of the property, the closing and all that, once you have your own property, is kind of setting the tone for what you're trying to communicate to the public. And so for me, I have to make sure that we do not want trespassers. No one wants to have awkward encounters. No one wants to deal with it. But as being an owner of your own property, you got to set the tone. You got to set the standards. And so that's project one. So I got my tackle box here, and this is the project I'm tackling. In it, we can find 2 things. I've got a staple hammer from your good old handy Home Depot, and I've got some posted no fishing, pretty much no anything, no trespassing, no fishing, no hunting, all that good stuff. And what we're trying to do is we're going to go around the tree lines, and we're going to just post them everywhere. Now, this isn't a full deterrent. This is just phase 1, just to start to get communication going, just to let people know, hey, there's new ownership, there's new space, there's different ideas of what we think is safe, different ideas to what we think is acceptable on this property. So come with me, and I'll show you as the project gets finished up here. Okay, so we're walking around the tree line. We're looking for different trees. You get your roll. You get one of them, and you place it wherever you'd like on a tree. And then you get your hammer, your staple hammer, and then I just do the edges. Maybe everyone has different ways of doing it, but I just kind of get it the best way I can. And you can just bonk, you could just bam it, and it'll do it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So you start one I do one in the center usually, some on the sides. You can do as many as you'd like. Doesn't have to look super fancy. We are in like the woods, but it still gets the message across. Private property, hunting, fishing. Sorry, let's get that focus going. Hunting, fishing, trapping, or trespassing for any purpose is strictly prohibited. You can write your name and address, but I think people understand, given that really we're trying to just protect the pond mostly. I don't think anyone wants to really just hang out on my lawn, but really the big thing is the pond. And the reason why we're doing this, again, like I said, for safety, but secondly, we're going to do some work. We're going to, one of our next phases at some point is to be able to stock this pond. It has some fish already. I've caught like one or two, but I think it just needs to be cleaned out. As you guys can see, there's broken down trees and, that fell over, and there's different spots just like that, especially along this edge right here, a lot of different trees falling over. But project one today was to get the posted signs. And I'll show you generally when we put a lot more next to each other from kind of the road, what it will look like. And so people can just try to see it from far away. It's got a bright color, water resistant. Get them at Home Depot. It's like a pack of 25. And the hammer, it was like definitely under $50 to do all of this. Probably in the $30 range, maybe even cheaper. But yeah, it wasn't that expensive. Kind of an affordable project to start out with. Like I said, we know it's not going to be perfect, but it will hopefully start the conversation and let the community know there are different plans for this property. And so continue with me as we finish out this project. All right, everyone. So we've gone all the way around the property with the tree line, more in the woods back there. As you can see, all the three right here. Yeah, simple project. Probably took 15 minutes. Depends how far you want to go. I didn't use all 25 of the things, but hopefully this bright yellow color will be seen as people walk up. This kind of is the front of the property when you drive up from the road, and you can see. And so this is kind of like the little fishing spot right here. People just kind of stop in. Ooh, want to just cast a line in there, So again, we really want to have special community here. We really want to do something. In the end, my father and I were going to build some homes here and really continue out in the phases. But for right now, we just want it to be a safe space for ministry, for families, and really right now, especially for my church community, the Highland Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's my church here in just outside of Nashville. And so, yeah, I just want to make it a special place for ministry right now. That doesn't mean that we don't want to include community. It doesn't mean we don't want to have neighbors around or anything, but we really wanted to attract complete strangers, complete anyone who just wants to come on. I want it to be safe for my families to show up to and not expect random people that they don't know not to be here, or that people can just come on whenever they want thinking it's just a random pond. So yeah, this is to communicate. This is just to let people know what's going on, what's new. And so if you guys think that there's a better way, especially as Christian property owners, with discernment to be led by God, please let me know in the comments. If you feel like there's a better way, kind of how to phase this, let me know. I'm just prayerfully talking with my father. He's co-owner of this property. And we just think, signs can communicate. No need to get rough with people. No need to yell or to say anything crazy or get off my lawn. You don't have to go too crazy right out the bat, but just communication, different levels of communication. But if you guys think, man, Pastor Mikey, there's a better way of doing this, yeah, comment, share, go on the journey with me. And if you're learning something from this, if you're finding value in this, I praise the Lord. And so yeah, there's other content. We have the podcast, we have all the other things, but this is just a vlog on the journey of what it means to do ministry in your own personal property, what it means to do, live out the gospel, whether you're on and off the pulpit, or whether you're fishing at a pond or you're on a pulpit. So yeah, guys, this is Ponds and Pulpit. I'm Pastor Mikey, and thank you for tuning in. Continue to follow, share, like, subscribe, all the things. Mark the bell for any alerts that you want to get from us. And guys, I really want to engage in comments and any type of questions, concerns, anything you might have, or anything encouraging that could help me along the way. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for your support.